Life is full of mysteries, love, death, the universe, but there is one question that overshadows them all: what is the meaning of life? It's a question whispered in the stillness of the night and shouted into the chaos of existence. It's the uninvited guest in our happiest moments and our darkest hours. Why are we here? What are we meant to do? Is there even a purpose at all? For centuries, philosophers, poets, scientists, and mystics have wrestled with this eternal enigma. From ancient Greece to modern existentialism, every answer has brought more questions. Yet, in the stories of these thinkers and their perspectives, we find not just answers but paths, each as unique and mysterious as life itself. Join us as we dive into the most profound explorations of existence, uncovering insights that might just change how you see your own life. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on other upcoming interesting philosophical thoughts. Let's get started right away. The curious tale of a fisherman and a philosopher. Our journey begins on a quiet beach in a small fishing village. Legend has it that a wealthy businessman once approached a fisherman resting beside his boat. "Why aren't you out catching more fish?" the businessman asked. "I've caught enough to feed my family for the day," the fisherman replied. "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" "I spend time with my family, play my guitar, and enjoy the sunset," the fisherman said, smiling. The businessman scoffed. "If you worked harder, you could buy a bigger boat, catch more fish, and eventually own a fleet. Then you could retire and spend your days relaxing with your family, playing your guitar, and enjoying the sunset." The fisherman laughed. "Isn't that what I'm already doing?" This simple story reveals the paradox at the heart of existence. Are we chasing something we already have? Does meaning lie in striving for more, or in appreciating what we already possess? The Greeks and the good life. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle were among the first to tackle the meaning of life. Socrates, often called the father of philosophy, believed that an unexamined life was not worth living. For him, meaning came from questioning everything, seeking truth and understanding through dialogue and introspection. Plato, his student, took a more metaphysical approach. He envisioned a world of perfect forms, timeless, unchanging ideals that gave meaning to our flawed, transient existence. For Plato, the meaning of life was about aligning our souls with these higher ideals, such as truth, beauty, and justice. Aristotle, in contrast, brought the question down to earth. He believed the purpose of life was to achieve eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or the good life. This meant living in accordance with virtue, cultivating wisdom, and fulfilling one's potential. Aristotle's perspective resonates with those who find meaning in personal growth and moral integrity. Faith in the infinite. For many, religion provides the clearest answer to life's ultimate question. Christianity, for example, teaches that life's meaning lies in loving God and serving others, guided by the promise of eternal life. Saint Augustine wrote, "You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you." In Buddhism, the search for meaning begins with understanding suffering. Buddha taught that life is permeated by dukkha, suffering or dissatisfaction. By following the Eightfold Path, one could transcend suffering and attain enlightenment, discovering a profound peace that lies beyond meaning itself. Hinduism, on the other hand, offers the concept of dharma, the sacred duty unique to each individual. By fulfilling one's dharma, one contributes to the cosmic order and moves closer to liberation, or moksha. The pursuit of simple pleasures. Epicurus, the ancient Greek philosopher, believed that the meaning of life was surprisingly simple: to seek happiness by avoiding pain and fear. Contrary to popular belief, Epicurus didn't advocate for indulgence in luxury or excess. Instead, he championed moderation, friendship, and self-reflection. For Epicurus, tranquility, or ataraxia, was the ultimate goal. He argued that much of life's suffering comes from unnecessary desires, the chase for wealth, power, or immortality. To live meaningfully, he suggested focusing on what truly matters: simple pleasures, close relationships, and inner peace. The pessimist's lament. In stark contrast to Epicurus's optimism, Arthur Schopenhauer painted a darker picture of life. For Schopenhauer, existence was marked by relentless suffering, driven by an insatiable will to live, a blind, irrational force that compels all living beings. He wrote, "Life is a pendulum swinging between pain and boredom." Schopenhauer believed that moments of happiness were fleeting illusions, mere respites from the suffering that defines life. Yet, he didn't leave us without hope. He suggested that meaning could be found in art, compassion, and the transcendence of the will through asceticism. Schopenhauer's ideas resonate with those who confront life's struggles and seek solace in beauty and understanding. The will to power. Friedrich Nietzsche, often misunderstood, offered one of the most provocative perspectives on life's meaning. Declaring that God is dead, Nietzsche wasn't celebrating atheism but challenging humanity to create its own values in the absence of divine purpose. He introduced the concept of the Übermensch, Overman or Superman, an individual who rises above societal norms and creates their own meaning through strength, creativity, and authenticity. For Nietzsche, life wasn't about seeking external meaning but embracing life itself, including its chaos, suffering, and unpredictability. In his idea of a more fatty, love of fate, Nietzsche encouraged us to affirm life as it is, with all its flaws and challenges, and to find purpose not in escaping hardship but in embracing it fully. Freedom in the absurd. Jean-Paul Sartre, a leading existentialist, argued that life has no inherent meaning, no grand design or preordained purpose. Man is condemned to be free, he wrote, emphasizing that with this freedom comes immense responsibility. According to Sartre, we are thrown into existence without a guide, but this very absence of meaning empowers us to create our own. He rejected the notion of waiting for external answers, urging individuals to take ownership of their lives and decisions. For Sartre, authenticity was key, living a life true to one's self-defined purpose rather than conforming to societal expectations. His philosophy offers a rebellious yet hopeful view of meaning, one that resonates with those who value freedom and individuality. Are we meaning makers? From Epicurus's pursuit of peace to Nietzsche's defiant embrace of life, each philosopher offers a unique lens on the meaning of existence. Yet, they all point to a common thread: meaning is not given but sought, created, and shaped by the individual. But what does this mean for us today, in a world where questions of purpose seem more urgent than ever? Are we content with Epicurus's simple pleasures, or do we dare to forge our own path like Nietzsche's Übermensch? Are we trapped in Schopenhauer's cycle of suffering, or can we find freedom in Sartre's existential rebellion? Perhaps the meaning of life isn't a question to be answered but a question to be lived. As Rainer Maria Rilke once wrote, "Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves." Each of us must find our own meaning, whether in love, art, work, or the quiet moments of reflection. Life's beauty lies not in its certainty but in its mystery, a mystery that invites us to explore, create, and grow. So, what is the meaning of life? It's a question only you can answer. This is the Beyond the Surface channel. Like the video, share this wisdom with a friend and subscribe for more thoughtful wisdom. Thank you for watching.